The main reason why I am still guiding, the number one reason why, is because I have not figured it out yet. If I'd figured it out and I knew that I could go to this spot and find them every time and get the bite on this fly during this time of the year, if I knew that every single time that I could do it, I probably wouldn't be as fascinated and mysticized about, you know, the whole fly fishing and fishing scene in general.
You see him?
But because I haven't figured it out, it makes me want to continue to study it.
Tick, 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 tick.
I think what draws people, especially me, to tarpon is it's in clear water. You hunt for these fish. In other words, you pole around in these shallow flats and you don't even present a cast until you see one. So you're on this hunt and then the game is seen.
There he is, right there.
Then you present the fly. And then you got to present it in a way and then talk him into biting it. I mean, you have to do so many things right and so many things have to come together that it's a truly magnificent yet difficult sport all at the same time.
Okay. Hit him.
Woo! Hey. Just like that.
Yeah!
Give it to him. Give it to him.
I gave it to him.
Give it to him, son. Give it to him.
Oh. Oh boy.
I got it.
Got him. Now we're getting caught up.
Now we're getting caught up in a world.
It's day 2 of the 2015 Loop Golden Fly Tarpon Tournament in Islamorada.
Got him.
It was an interesting day 1 for Rob and Andy Mill.
Good job, brother.
They connected with 3 fish,
Nice fish.
but were challenged with a couple frustrating scenarios.
Are you kidding me?
They are confident their luck will change.
Okay.
Yo! Strip, little ticks. Keep bringing it. Keep
Bo
bringing it.
and Paul Nute are on the board with 1 release fish.
I got him.
Late in the game.
Always. Would you expect anything else?
Great, you think it's gonna be?
The weather forecast looks promising, and the teams know they will need to produce some numbers to stay ahead of the field.
The secret to tarpon is it's true. When you tarpon fish, time stands still, the world stops, things happen, and you forget about all of the other extraneous stuff in your life. None of it matters. The poon doesn't judge, the poon does what it does, and sometimes you get lucky and you hook one.
Little track from 1972.
Nice.
Boom, boom.
I'm fishing this tournament with Paul Nute. He's definitely an odd character, but he could seriously rock the house in a 1990s house music, techno style scene.
Nice.
This was tied by Mitch Howell, an incredible, incredible angler.
He's fascinated by the history of fishing, and especially tarpon fishing. He's always likes to know about the different places where tarpon fishing first began. And he's got an immense book collection that he's read and studied, and so he's got a vast knowledge of the sport, which is pretty cool because a lot of the guys, they know how to cast, they know how to fight fish.
This was the fly I caught my first tarpon on.
But they don't necessarily know where it all began. And so I think personally that there is a lot to be learned from the history of the sport, and also a lot of appreciation to be given for the people that have pioneered the sport and have taken it to where it is today. Oh, here comes a big string.
You
Turn
see
it
fish?
down just a little, yeah. Yeah, they're going right down the shoreline. You see them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Strip, strip, little ticks. Great lineup. Here he comes. Got him. Strip tight, strip tight. Push your rod in the water. Watch it. Oh my God! Okay, don't put a lot of pressure on him. This is a small fish. We just want to get the release. Great job, Paul.
Thank you.
What a cast.
Thank you.
What a cast. You lined that thing up like a doctor. Am I doing all right?
Yeah,
Okay. Looks small, right?
I think so.
I don't know. Let me know when you see the leader. Okay, there it is right there. Reel, 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 reel. Keep reeling, keep reeling. Oh!
Silver Kings is brought to you in part by Maverick Boats, Fish the Legend. By SeaDeck Marine Products, your boat deserves SeaDeck. Patagonia, fly fishing apparel and gear. And by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild.
You see him? Great lineup. Here he comes. Got him. Strip tight, strip tight. Push your rod in the water. Great job, Paul.
Thank you.
What a cast.
Thank you.
What a cast. You lined that thing up like a doctor. Am I doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks small, right?
I think so. Oh.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Let me know when you see the leader. Okay, there it is right there. Reel, 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 reel. Keep reeling, keep reeling. Got it.
It's in.
Nice. He looked pretty small to me.
Yeah.
Close to the last one, you know, but I think even a little smaller,
smaller
than the last one. But that's all right. We got the release. It's 12:53, so we got the release at least. Great bite. What do you? Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's wait till we see him before we. Oh, that was a good fish. That was not a release. All right, whatever. We got the release points. That's why I was worried about putting a little too much heat on him.
I don't think he was, dude. He was smaller than yesterday.
I don't think so.
I think he was. He was short.
Broke him off. Break through the shock? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right in the middle of the
In the
class.
shock. In the class?
Oh.
No, in the shock.
Okay,
You
yeah,
had him
you're
hooked,
right.
dude. You had him hooked through the, almost into the intestine.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well,
Okay.
at least we get a release.
All right.
Let's go ahead and
Uno releaso.
yeah, 12:53.
In Spanish, that's uno releaso.
Oh, here we go. Big fish just rolled out here.
Yeah, I see it. There are anglers that are superb casters.
Over here?
That line. Good, strip it. I mean, they throw the prettiest loops that you've ever seen. Can throw 120 feet, you know, amazing. But they're lacking in this fishiness.
What is that? Robbie, is that fish?
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be. There's something that you're born with that you kind of feel where the fly needs to end up. And Andy's one of those guys that's not only a good caster, but he's very fishy. He understands and has done it so many times to make it happen. Right here,
Yep.
see him?
Yeah.
Tick, 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 tick. Hit him, hit him.
We're all good.
To win one of these tournaments, you got to have a team. You got to have a team. And the team has to have all the parties.
Rock and roll.
The guide has to have a good feel for where to go, and he's got to be on his game, and you've got to be able to cast, and you've got to be able to read the fish and perform.
He's a bubble fish.
What's that?
He's close, you know?
He is close.
You've got to have confidence in each other. You've got to believe in each other.
He looked bigger there, didn't he?
He did look bigger there. He feels like mid-60s.
It's a very obscure sport. I mean, this is not something that millions of people have any idea about.
I don't think he's there.
I don't think he is either.
But the people that are in it are passionate, and they're totally immersed in it.
Of course, yeah, of course, nothing bad happens to this one. We don't need him.
Every day is an adventure when it comes to the tarpon because there's new things that we're learning and then old things that we're paying attention to that just weren't obvious. But when we have the technologies and capability of seeing what that animal does, it's a remarkable world it lives in.
Woo, baby! Excellent job. Ready for a jump? Woohoo! Yeah, nice fish.
Silver Kings is brought to you in part by Islamorada, the sport fishing capital of the world. By Deep Eddy Vodka, dive in. Nautilus Reels, tested on animals. And by Maverick Boats, fish the legend.
The nature of what I do is based on what I love to do, and I grew up loving to fish and surf and dive. And
Dr. Gerald Alt, an internationally renowned fishery scientist, is a director of the Tarpon and Bonefish Research Center at the University of Miami.
I got involved in the tarpon and bonefish world by being extremely interested in those fishes and the behaviors, etc. The more I look at tarpon, the more I study tarpon, the deeper the mystery becomes about what an incredible physical specimen that animal is. And the fact that it can lift itself, you know, a 200-pound fish can come 10 feet out of the water is a marvel to scientists. The other remarkable thing about a tarpon, I mean, the fact that it has this air-breathing capacity is tremendous. Let me say to you, if you're an angler, be careful when that fish comes up and takes a gulp, because he's getting some energy to make the fight that much more difficult. But the other really cool thing that we're starting to see with the tagging is that they can move between seawater, full strength salinity, 36 parts per thousand, into freshwater literally overnight. That's a pretty wily beast that's figured out physiologically, anatomically, ways to be king in its environment, and you know, all bow to that king. You have to be appreciative of what it's able to do. So, like I say, every day is an adventure when it comes to the tarpon because there's new things that we're learning and then old things that we're paying attention to that just weren't obvious. But when we have the technologies and capability of seeing what that animal does, it's a remarkable world it lives in.
In a tournament situation, the more you've done this, the more wisdom and experience you have, the more you understand that we're asking almost the impossible, especially with a fly rod.
Hold on, I gotta move quick. Winch rod, see that one roll?
Yep.
There's fish in front of him. You can see him sliding.
It's a real finite thing with all the moving pieces and parts. Now you have to find the right fish. So you can't get frustrated because it's the nature of the beast in this environment. Right there?
He's looking real gold.
I mean, it's all connected, and when you see the dynamics played out, the motion and the movement of the wind and the tide and the water and the fish and your mind and your anxiety, there's so many different moving parts that unless you have somebody like Robbie trying to help you understand these moving parts, you might not ever get it.
Keep it coming, he's coming. Keep bringing it, keep bringing it. Another one coming behind him. Pop, 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 pop.
I got him.
Very tight. You good? What are we dealing with here? I didn't see him.
He's big.
Right now, right now, right now, right now!
Be sure and log on to SilverKingsTV.com or WaypointTV.com to watch past episodes and stay caught up on the series. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Vimeo.
Season 2!
Silver Kings is brought to you in part by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. By Islamorada, the sport fishing capital of the world. Smith, the experience is everything. And by Chica Lodge and Spa, authentically Florida Keys, authentically Chica.
Keep bringing it. Pop, 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 pop.
Got him.
Very tight. You good?
The bite is really a culmination of so many different moving parts coming together successfully. You got the reaction of the fish, and now you got the bite. Now, this whole world of tarpon fishing explodes to a whole different dimension.
All right, I got it.
Good job, brother.
In the sensitivity and timing of getting that hook stuck in the face. You got a fish with a bony face, a bony mouth. They're hard to hook. If you get too quick or too soon, you're going to miss them. And now you get tight and the hook doesn't stick. They fall off, they jump, they fall up, they land on your tippet, they break off. So to get the hook stuck successfully is a big part of it. And now to fight them successfully to the boat is a whole different chapter. Many chapters. So it's a plethora of moving parts and doing things successfully to win at what we're doing. It's hard. And it's one of the most gratifying things I've ever done.
You know, you hook this fish, and your first mindset is, because so many things go wrong in these battles with a tarpon, with a fly rod especially. They get off. They get off more than they stay on. So as soon as you hook one, your first mindset is to get up there and get the leader in the rod tip so that you get the release points for that fish, whether it's a weight or not. At least you've put some points in the bank. And once you get that leader in the rod tip, then you settle down and you decide whether it's big enough to be a weight fish or not. And if it is, then you're in this long battle until you bring the fish boat side to where I can grab it.
I wish he was a little bit bigger, but I think he's a weight.
Oh, he's a weight.
We can get him here in a second. Under that hinge.
That's what I want him to do right there.
He's almost there. Not quite.
Gotta hold his head up.
Yeah, I'm going to. Just trying to keep him. Once he gets up, I will.
People wonder why these are some of the oldest fish on the planet still. That's why right there. They figure out a way to
survive.
Yep.
We get old, that's because we learned how to survive them.
That's right.
I got it.
Tournament fishing is almost like an oxymoron, because if you take a look at the term fishing, it means to get away from the phones and the traffic and the chaos in our lives. And now we're supposed to be out here having fun. But now you add the dimension of tournaments, and you're trying to do something that's really, really hard anyway. And now you've got a tournament scenario where you're introducing pressure again to this world that's not supposed to have pressure. Now you've got a situation where we're all trying to assess who really is the big dog. And the track record shows when you're talking about Billy Payton, Tom Evans, and Stu App. These guys are all world record seekers and setters in the early years. They were the innovators of our sport. So we wouldn't be here today without them. And how do you assess greatness? Well, it's really, what we're doing here, we're trying to understand in our own hearts, how good are we really? And we don't know how good you are in anything until you compete with the best in the world. So I wouldn't be here and successful as I've been over the years that I've been successful without all these great mentors and guys who innovated the sport.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good fish.
Yeah, of course, nothing bad happens to this one. We don't need him.
Whatever comes.